Welcome back, everyone, to the I'm About It podcast. My name is MJ, and I just want to say hi. How's it going? How are you? I'm doing quite well. Guys, it's been quite a hectic week. I just want to say that life is just really just lifing. Have any of you done Pilates? Let me just say it is the most it's torture. I've never done something so torturous in my entire life. And I just want to say I was really proud of myself. I'm really, really proud of myself for number one, actually going to the class because the class was actually in Toronto. And just as some of you guys may know, I actually do not live in the Toronto area. I actually live outside of that. So for me to go all the way there, and my friend and I was actually doing it, and I loved it at the end of it. And number two, I'm so proud of myself for actually accomplishing and going from beginning to end. Number one, without throwing up, and number two, without actually passing out. So yeah, I should be getting a gold medal. How y'all been doing? I'm doing great. And it's just so good I was talking to my colleague last week, and she was talking about the importance of really just washing away the day. And I'm gonna start doing that. Does any of you love taking showers twice a day? Of course, there are periods in the month and during the year where it's important to take showers twice a day, but I usually don't. But she was talking about how it's important to really just wash away the day away. And I've been really taking a shower after work. I know this is crazy for me anyway. I don't know if it's crazy for you. Washing the shower, taking a shower after, see, I can't even talk. Taking a shower and washing the day away, and then wearing your comfy clothes on and getting ready for bed. It is the most comforting thing ever. I don't know what it is, but it really just makes you think in your mind that you live separate lives, where you put on a certain armor or a certain outfit or a certain mindset for the first half of your day, and the second half of your day you're able to then switch on a certain part of your brain to do the second half. So for me is doing like the creative stuff that I do, but I really do the creative stuff really at any times. And sometimes it could be really before work, sometimes it could be after work, sometimes it could be the weekend. It really just depends on when I'm available. But I love this new concept of, not new, but new concept for me, which is actually washing away the day away. We have so much to talk about. I don't even know where to even begin. And I do want to state that I do have a special episode on Vanderpump rules for anybody who's listening. And for any of you guys who are wondering, am I into Vanderpump rules? I actually am. I actually am into Vanderpump rules. There's something about it. But anyways, check out that episode, which I'll drop, I believe, either today, which is the day before I'm dropping this episode, or the day I drop this episode. So guys, how are you? There's so much to talk about, so many things in the zeitgeist. I think I'm gonna start, oh my god, the song is in my head. I think I like this little life. Every single video in TikTok of those type of videos on my TikTok For You page, I delete. I'm sorry, it is the most cringeworthy thing I've ever seen in my entire life. And I'm a millennial. Okay? So let's talk about the first thing, which I do gotta say, I'm like really disappointed into the parties involved. Number one, Cardi B. No, it's not Cardi B. Look at me. Nicki Minaj and Megan Thee Stallion. The whole beef. I'm not going to go into what they both actually said, but I'll try and create like a brief history and a bit of more facts. So Megan Thee Stallion dropped the song and referenced some things and referenced Megan's Law, and Nicki Minaj thought it was about her. I personally do not agree that they should be beefing like this. Nicki Minaj is considered one of the queens of rap, and she really should take a page out of either Beyonce's book or Michelle Obama's book. Okay. When they go low, you go high. But like, do we have confirmation though that Megan Thee Stallion was actually talking about Nicki Minaj? That's another thing, guys. I think I'm actually coming down with the cold. I don't know where this stupid cold came from. I don't know where it think it can come after me, but by God's grace, okay, it will not stick to my immune system. Okay, I'll be drinking the vitamin C's. I'll be drinking out of medicines for that not to happen. God, having the cold is the most annoying thing ever. Anyways, but I don't really, mingle a lot. So that's why it's a bit interesting. I did, oh my God, which I'll tell you guys next week. I went to this mixer last night. Depressing. So back to Megan Thee Stallion and Nicki Minaj. Look, I understand there's like a beef going on. You know what I mean? Like, I truly believe that there is some beef going on. I really do think, they do not like each other. I think Nicki Minaj and Megan Thee Stallion did work together in the very beginning. And then when, Megan Thee Stallion did the WAP video with Cardi B, I think that's maybe the hatred, grew to something bigger. Look, you are two powerful, influential Black women. What is going on? You do not need to be beefing like this in the public. And the fact that Megan Thee Stallion is not commenting after what she did, people are thinking she's winning and she has the higher ground. I personally, again, there's no confirmation that those lyrics are about Nicki Minaj, but everybody's saying that it is. But it could really be about anything. It could really be about the Diddy situation. It could be about maybe her situation. It could really be about anything. Like, do we really know that it's actually about Nicki Minaj? So I think Megan Thee Stallion's His track was a way for her to clap back on all the things that have been said about her. And I get that. And it's great. But I really don't think it's the right way to go about it. Again, you're both influential Black women. And for you to be fighting like this in the public, and for you to be, it's like, it's beneath you. Nicki Minaj, you made an incredible marketing campaign when it really came to your new Pink album. And let me just say, it was an incredible marketing campaign based, from your team. And it really put you up there to one of the greats when it comes to marketing, what marketing album's supposed to look like. And now I feel like all of things that you're doing and saying in regards to this feud with, Megan Thee Stallion, it really is just putting you back into this place where everybody has not placed you, and we've placed you, like you're part of the greats. You know what I mean? Like, the greats don't do this. You don't clap back in the Twitter and the comments and you don't create diss tracks, and you step back, allow everybody to talk about it, allow everybody to do what they have to do, and you don't comment. Like, you're not supposed to be commenting on these type of things. So I personally do not understand why you're doing it, and I get it. You want people to know where you're standing, where your position is, but in a lot of cases, sometimes silence is also a response. And Beyonce honestly does it really well. A lot of influential, powerful, the greats do it. The OGs do it really well, and I think you should take a page from their book. And I'm also of the position that I honestly think that the Nicki Minaj and the Megan Thee Stallion situation, I think, is straight up marketing. If you honestly believe that Nicki Minaj is hurting from this, doubt it. If you honestly believe that Megan Thee Stallion is hurting from this, doubt it. In fact, Megan Thee Stallion just announced her tour, which is probably going to sell out in minutes and hours because everybody's picking sides, and everybody now knows who Megan Thee Stallion is because of the beef, including people outside of the music world. So she's going to be selling concert tickets like an ice cream truck sells ice cream to kids. Like, it's gonna sell out in a minute, baby girl. Okay. So I really honestly think this is a marketing ploy. And I really do think both of them are getting more richer, getting more wealthier as the minute go by with this feud. I really do not think it's going to hurt either of them. But I think as Nicki Minaj continues to respond, it's going to hurt her reputation and the way people see her. Because honestly, a lot of girls, a lot of people really did love the Pink album, and you want the Pink album to speak. You know what I mean? Like, even if you have certain positions or certain things people do not agree with, let your album, let the incredible marketing campaign you just did, let it speak for itself. So I'm not about the feud. I'm about those two girls. I'm on team Nicki and I'm also on team Megan. So I really do not agree about this entire thing, and I think it's just beneath both of them. But the fact that Megan is not responding, it just tells that, she has better things to do. And Nicki, please, girl, you don't need to do that. Another thing, now we're going into the Super Bowl, okay? Oh my God, guys, my nose is running. It's so freaking annoying. Now we're going into the Super Bowl. Now we have the two teams. Super Bowl's in 2 weeks. I need somebody to explain the Taylor Swift phenomenon. Okay. I grew up with Taylor Swift. I understand her music is poppin'. Some of her songs I love. I don't understand the huge fanfare when it comes to Taylor Swift. I understand people love her. I like her. But I feel like it's come to an unusual obsession because she's just a girl. The fact that she and Kelsey kissed on the Sunday Night Football game and everybody's literally going wet for it. I don't really understand what's going on. I'm watching you guys and I'm like, what's happening? You know what I mean? What are we doing as a society? Because honestly, it's weird. What if you went viral? What if you end up being a celebrity and you realize each and every one of your move is being analyzed and critiqued and loved and hated? And it's really weird. And I get it. You know what I mean? They were meant and they were trained to get used to it. But at the same time, I'm like, actually, I think we as a society and consumers have a role to play in that. You know what I mean? I get it. I get you guys love her, but let's reel it back because she's just a girl. You know what I mean? She's just a girl. So I do think it's great that more girls are more introduced to football. Football is still a sport that it's like German and Mandarin to me. It's like a whole different language. I still don't get the rules. I don't get it. You know what I mean? I try to understand the rules, but there's fake games, real games, and then there's outfield. I don't know. Yeah. But it's one of those things I do want to learn one day. And Taylor Swift has made football popular, cute, girly, and just a trendy thing for the girlies. And I think it's good. And it'll hopefully, I think it's good that people are obsessed with this only if it allows you to get into a sport you've always wanted to get into a sport, but you were afraid to get into a sport because of what people would have thought about you, or you thought it wasn't girly enough. There is a thing as being a multifaceted woman, and there is a thing when it is to have certain hobbies and certain niches and interests in life. It's really important to not only, if you like a dress, cool, but you could be a girl who likes a dress but also plays football. You know what I mean? It's not a big thing. And I think more girls are more attuned to that. If that's where this is leading, if this is the result with the whole Taylor Swift phenomenon, then I'm on that train. Okay. Going back to Nicki Minaj and the whole Megan Thee Stallion, I forgot to even mention the actual lyric, which I'm not going to mention, okay? I actually do want to mention the, what's it called? The Megan's Law that was inside. I want to talk about Megan's Law, basically. Megan's Law, which is the lyric inside Megan Thee Stallion's music, and she was saying, I think everybody now is Googling it, but Megan's Law is the name for a federal law in the United States requiring law enforcement authorities to make information available to the public about registered sex offenders. Laws were created in response to them. Okay, so I get it. So I guess you could say it's about Nicki, but who else is associated or has like a scandal about sex offenders? I guess it could only be about Nicki Minaj. Oh, damn. See, I don't know why people be doing that. And that's why that's why I say, I think when it comes to beef like this, where it could have been squashed behind the scenes, that it's all a marketing ploy, in my opinion. That's crazy. It really is crazy. For instance, I know there are some artists who actually come up with beef just to sell tickets, to sell albums, to sell tracks, to sell merch, to sell whatever. I think this is one of them. Yeah. Because they both know how to get a hold of one another. So, yeah, I think it's a marketing ploy. I really do. I'm sorry. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I realized I could talk about Vanderpump Rules in this episode, and you're probably wondering as to why. Because I have time. Because there's nothing else that's really entering into the zeitgeist other than that this week. And for me, the only other thing that I'm really interested in is, politics and world affairs and things like that. Like the fact that there's a whole, presidential election going on, and this election happening in Canada here. I'm in Canada. And yeah, I mean, it's not really interesting. Other than that, I don't know, guys. I heard anything interesting happening this week that I'm about? I don't think so. I think for me, that's really it. I really didn't have any other opinions based on that. And that's why we're going into Vanderpump Rules. I did watch a couple of movies. A couple of movies that I did watch this week was actually Past Lives, an Oscar winner, I believe, and Flowers of the Moon, something of the Flower Moon. The one with, I forgot his name. Oh my God. How can I forget his name? Killers of the Flower Moon 2023 film. Very good. I loved, which I talked about last week, that I was going to watch, and I did watch it. It's very good. I gave it a 9 or 9.5 out of 10. It's 3 hours, but it didn't feel like 3 hours. It was extremely interesting. So yeah. So let's talk about Vanderpump Rules since we're here and we're square. And it's not much to really, I have not much to really, say when it comes to my opinion. I think this week has been a very concentrated week of really just getting stuff done. And I love that. I love that for me this year, and not procrastinating. And that's kind of been my motto, which you'll hear a lot this year. Getting my shit done. Now, Vanderpump Rules. I have so many things to say. So let me bring up my notes. And if you guys don't know Vanderpump Rules, I will read to you guys the description. And Vanderpump Rules is a reality TV show, which I know there are a few reality TV shows that I'm into, to be quite honest. And I have been into more reality TV shows these days than usual, and that's because honestly the drama is popping, and the TV shows and movies these days, it's a lot of it's either remakes or it's not good, or I don't know what it is, but it's not hidden, and reality TV just giving what it needs to give. So there's a lot that I do watch, and one of them is Vanderpump, but I also do Dubai Bling, and I do what's it called? Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. My reality TV, or some might say trash TV, is quite diverse. Okay, I dibble and dabble on a lot of things. So Vanderpump Rules, if you do not know what it is, if you didn't live underneath a rock last year, it's Lisa Vanderpump, which used to be the Real Housewives of something, I think Orange County or Beverly Hills, but her full-time job is a co-owner and boss at West Hollywood, California, Restaurant SUR, which stands for Sexy Unique Restaurant. Vanderpump balances her motherly instinct with her shrewd business sense to maintain control over the restaurant's wild group of employees who are working at the eatery while pursuing their dreams. Drama seems to be part of the job for the employees at SUR, who tend to date and in most cases subsequently break up with their fellow coworkers. I've never met a group of delusional people in my entire life. Vanderpump Rules is one of those TV shows that are based off of real life that I really don't think it's actually based on real life, because I don't even understand how these people actually exist in real life. Now, I knew the show always existed, and I knew, okay, that there was some like good drama here and there. But last year hit the fan. How do I know that? Because some of the cast members, let me give you a quick breakdown. You have Ariana, who was in a common law long-term relationship with Tom Sandoval. This new girl, Raquel, also known as Rachel, starts to befriend Ariana. But I think he was introduced by Tom. Anyways, so they get really close. They're everybody's friends. But Raquel starts sleeping with Tom and having this affair for 8 to 9 months. And then it blew up and it went past the zeitgeist and past the peripheral of reality TV into pop culture. Even CNN reported on it. It was so big. J-Lo said Team Ariana, because obviously you would be Team Ariana because Tom and Raquel was lying to everybody, because Tom and Raquel was having an affair against Ariana for like 10 months. So that happened last year. So the aftermath of that, season 11, that's what aired on January 30th. Now, I do gotta say, okay, it's watching the show is like interesting because, like I said, they don't feel real, because the things that they do, the actions that these people take in the show, it doesn't feel like what a real person would do. Like, let me give you an example. Yeah. So you open up episode 1, season 11, new season, aftermath, the whole blow up. Everybody knows that Tom and Raquel are having an affair against Ariana. Ariana still lives in the house that Tom is in. And Ariana doesn't want to go, even though Tom has decided to buy her out, because she feels like it's her house, whatever it is. When a man has an affair with your good friend, you do not stay in the house that you guys are currently living in. You get the F out of there. Now, Ariana is still there. Now, while all this is happening, right? Like, we all saw all of this unfold in real time, obviously, last year, and she went on interviews and she said that, blah blah blah, that Tom didn't want to sell to her, and that's the reason why she was there. I was like, okay, that's understandable. You should get your half of the house. But the first episode, we were able to see that Tom does want to sell to you, but you don't want to leave because you can sell. They have a house together. They live together, so you can give her half of the share, right? Either at its current market value, or at least at the value in which she put in, or she's owed to you when you guys got the house. But now she's not taking that because she wants to sell it out. That's not what someone does when your ex has an affair. You don't stay in the same house. You just don't do that. And you move out and you stay clear because you don't want to be in the same room, space, for your own sanity and peace of mind. So that's number 1. Okay, that's number 1. And this episode wasn't like terribly, interesting, but like, it's interesting because you want to know the aftermath of how everything like unfolded, blah, 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 after the show, after the affair rather. And so, yeah, Ariana's still in the house, not because Tom wouldn't sell to her, but because, I don't know, Number 2, Raquel is still in a mental health facility, and I really hope she's doing well. I think now she's doing well. She has her own podcast, and I really don't think she should go back on the show, because why would she? What she did was wrong, right? Like, she had an affair with her best friend's boyfriend, longtime boyfriend, common law boyfriend, and she should deal with the repercussions. But I really don't think she should be vilified. I really don't think she should get death threats. Like, I don't, obviously, right? And what Lala did by checking on Raquel to make sure she's okay, that's fair. In fact, that's what everybody should be doing, except for Ariana. Of course, that makes sense. But that's what everybody should be doing, you know? And I didn't know that she was stayed in the mental health facility for over 2 months. I'm happy that she got the care that she needed, but I really hope she's has a good support system, because I don't understand. Like, I understand she's young and like, you just do silly things. No, girl, you're not that young. You know what I mean? Like, no one just like falls on D by accident. You know what I mean? Like, you just don't do that. You know, you just don't kiss a guy that doesn't belong to you. You know, so I really hope she gets the care that she needs, but I really hope that she's okay, you know? The third thing, Tom Schwartz. Tom Schwartz is like one of those like interesting guys. Like, he's kind of like a Tom Sandoval shadow lookalike. He has all the characteristics of Tom Sandoval, but he doesn't look like Tom Sandoval. I honestly do think like Tom Schwartz is a good looking guy. But his actions and his character and his inability to be self-aware of his own actions is kind of weird. So, Tom Schwartz, honey, weren't you trying to, let me see here if I can figure this out correctly. You knew about the affair for a long time. In fact, you helped Raquel into Tom Sandoval's hotel room. You bought flights. Like, I heard he hid the affair too. So Tom Schwartz is Tom Sandoval's best friend. So the best friend knew about it and did a lot of things to make sure that nobody knew about the affair. So like, and he's acting like, oh, I just want Ariana to, like, I'm not Tom Sandoval. But you did things that Tom Sandoval also did. So you're not in the clear here. Obviously, like, it does not make sense to you. Like, don't you get that? And he just thinks that I'm not Tom Sandoval, and I'm like, but you still did bad things, and that's why Ariana's probably not going to talk to you for quite some time. I do think that the guy that Ariana's dating is a rebound. That's all I'm going to say about that. And then we have the fact that another thing that another person who got cheated on wouldn't do. You don't go have a drink at your ex's a restaurant. Ariana, why are you going into your ex's restaurant and having a drink? Your ex owned that entire, a normal girl would not go into a restaurant owned by the ex who cheated on you publicly and have a drink. Maybe have your own party. Maybe, you know, I don't know, have your own bar. Make drinks in your own home. I don't know. But to go into Tom Tom's to a guy, to a man, your ex who, I don't get it. You know what I mean? Like, these are the things. So Ariana did go into, because apparently there was like a DJ and they were getting drinks at Tom Sandoval's restaurant. Weird. Not normal. I get it. You guys are filming a show because there's a million places you can go in California. Yeah. Wow. And like I said, what Lala did at the end in terms of calling Raquel, I think was really good, because I do think Lala and Ariana, I do get the commonalities. Lala has been in a position where she's probably been vilified and she felt alone and all of that. And Raquel is in that place. So it's good I'm happy that Lala reached out. I know Raquel won't, because obviously you said horrific things to her. So, but it's good to see, at least for other people to see, that you can, or other people, most of the public, to understand that just because Raquel has done horrific, done bad things, doesn't mean that she should, be in a position where she ends up, hurting herself or others. And doesn't mean she needs to be like said all these bad things, horrific things. She should just have to like learn that that's wrong and then just grow up. And I think her family probably told her that, and her friends, close friends, have probably told her that. So that's my thing on that. And that's kind of my only thoughts for this week. And I think it's been uneventful. I mean, I've really been focusing on work and other things and personal and really trying to find a man, date, I haven't gone on any dates, but I did go to a thing on Monday, which I'll talk about next episode. So definitely do all the things. Definitely subscribe. Definitely hit that follow button. Definitely comment. Definitely do everything you need to do. I'd really appreciate it. Thanks so much for tuning in to this episode of I'm About It. And I will see you guys next week. I'm sure there are things that I won't be about next week. So, bye.